The Senate will now be in session. All rise for the arrival of the Honorable Senate President and the Senators of the Republic of the Philippines.
The Senate had a productive week legislating measures putting the welfare of Filipinos and the country first. Senate President Juan Miguel Mix F. Zubiri led senators in witnessing the ceremonial signing of Republic Act 11981 or the Tatak Pinoy Proudly Filipino Act, and Republic Act No. 11982 or the Act amending the Centenarians Act of 2016 in Malacanang Palace last week. The Tatak Pinoy Act strengthens government and private sector partnerships to make Filipino products and services more diverse and globally competitive. Meanwhile, all Filipinos reaching the ages of 80, 85, 90, and 95 will be given 10,000 pesos cash gift under the amended Centenarians Act. Senior citizens will still be gifted 100,000 pesos upon reaching 100 years old. Members of the upper chamber unanimously voted to pass on third and final reading the proposed Philippine Maritime Zones Act, which defines the country's maritime zones in accordance with international laws.
The moment marks a significant milestone, not only for our legislative body, but for our nation as a whole.
Senate President Juan Miguel Mix F. Zubiri led the upper chamber in welcoming former United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon to the session hall last Tuesday, February 27. Senators took turns in praising Secretary General Ban, adopting Resolution No. 107 to honor the 8th United Nations Chief for his global contributions, particularly for championing climate change mitigation, sustainable development, peace, and human rights. During the plenary session, Ban was granted the rare privilege to address the chamber as he received the Senate commendation.
We thank you for honoring our invitation to the Philippine Senate, Your Honor. Secretary General Ban is the 8th Secretary General of the United Nations, who served 2 consecutive terms from 2007 to 2016, leaving an exceptional imprint and legacy at the UN.
In honoring Secretary General Ban Ki-moon today in the Philippine Senate, let us humbly draw inspiration from his remarkable legacy to confront the challenges of our time with renewed resolve.
In time for Secretary General Ban's visit, the Senate gave its concurrence in the ratification of the agreement between the Philippine government and the Global Green Growth Institute for the establishment of a GGGI office in Manila. Senators voted to adopt concurrent Resolution No. 10 consenting former Defense Secretary and Bases Conversion and Development Authority Chair Delphine Lorenzana to receive the United States Special Operations Command Medal from the U.S. government.
This representation could not think of anyone more deserving to be awarded the USSOCOM or USOCOM Medal, which is given only to select individuals who have made significant contributions to special operations.
Last week, the bill transferring the supervision of local jails to the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology hurdled the upper chamber on second reading. Committee on Foreign Relations Chairperson Senator Amy Marcos pushed for the Senate's concurrence in the Philippines' ratification of the 2005 Convention on the Protection and Promotion of Diversity of Cultural Expressions.
Ang kumbensyon ang magbibigay ng kailangan na tulong para mapabilis ang paglago ng lokal na industriya ng sining at ang pag-angat sa Pilipinas bilang isa sa nangungunang malikhaing ekonomiya sa Asia.
Senator Grace Poe sponsored the bill that would establish the Bulacan Airport City Special Economic Zone and Freeport. Co-sponsoring the bill, Senate President Juan Miguel Mix F. Zubiri said Senate Bill No. 2572 addresses the concerns of the Executive Department.
And while hearings are underway in the Senate for proposed amendments in some economic provisions of the Constitution, here we have another opportunity to bring foreign direct investments into the country through the establishment of the Bulacan Ecozone.
At sa panukalang batas na ito, masisiguro na kasama ang Bulacan sa paglipad tungo sa mga bagong oportunidad at pag-asa.
It is estimated that aside from complementing the ongoing construction of the new Manila International Airport, the Bulacan Ecozone's economic potential could be between 37.84 billion pesos and 130.9 billion pesos and could generate at least 800,000 jobs for our people.
We have long espoused for the decongestion of Metro Manila and opportunities for work in other communities outside the big metropolitan areas, whether it is Metro Manila, Metro Cebu, or Metro Davao. And this is an example of that, Mr. President.
Senator Joseph Victor J.V. Ejercito took to the plenary to bear alleged irregularities in the rollout of the government's social protection programs in San Juan City.
Kanino pangarap nga ba ang natutupad sa tupad program ng DOLE? At pati na rin sa ibang social programs. Pangarap ba ito ng mga nangangailangan o pangarap ng iilan lamang?
In his privileged speech, Senator Raffy Tulfo called for a comprehensive insurance policy covering all damages arising from accidents caused by government vehicles.
When damage is done, we cannot simply hide behind this veil of sovereign immunity. We have to provide a solution.
The Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs probed the alleged abuses and repeated violations of police officers in relation to the death of 15-year-old John Francis Ompad in Rizal last year and the manhunt operation conducted by Bulacan Police without any arrest warrant or justification. The committee also heard updates on the case of missing beauty pageant contender Catherine Camilon. Senator Francis Cheese Escudero noted issues on the compliance of Philippine maritime schools with international standards as the Committee on Higher, Technical, and Vocational Education tackled the proposed Philippine National Maritime Academy. The panel also discussed local bills for the conversion of state colleges and universities and establishment of TESDA training centers. The Committee on Basic Education, led by Senator Win Gatchalian, quizzed Department of Education officials over the reported anomalies in the implementation of the agency's expanded government assistance to students and teachers in private education program. During the hearing of the Committee on Finance, Senator Sonny Angara sought the position of government agencies and stakeholders on bills seeking to amend the Government Procurement Reform Act. The Committee on Local Government held the public hearing on proposals for the creation of the Transitional Justice and Reconciliation Commission for the Bangsamoro.